have number 1 beside your name, you have a target on your back. And this top-ranked team in the land is going on the road against a squad that can make its season if it can pull off a major upset. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the LSU Tigers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week.
Easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Caught over the middle. It's Hill. Right down the gut of the field. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Needs it to keep this drive alive. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
The run from the shotgun. Made a defender miss. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the...
And the Volunteers moving quickly to the line. To the air on 2nd down. Picked off, a turnover in their own end. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Mack. Pocket breaking down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. The defense putting points on the board.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Back to pass, it's Holstein. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard.
On victory formation, you also have to think about padding those stats. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it, just frying pan meat.
When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Iowa Hawkeyes. Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. He'll do it himself. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Deep in the red zone. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown.
Kinnick is having a connection fit to try to help the knee on 3rd. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football.
To the air, it's Hoover. He hurls one deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the route is on.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Coming up on this red zone opportunity. Using his legs, it's Cook. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end of the line. They get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short.
And to the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a...
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you. Put up a bunch of points.
Bad luck. That single word quickly gets a response from any resident of the Sooner State. A battle as prickly as they come, and a rivalry where domination has carried the day. But don't tell that to the folks from Stillwater, who love to cause a little bedlam in this one. Welcome everyone to Boone Pickens Stadium, Stillwater, Oklahoma, and home to the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on another unit from the Big 12, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, Reese on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Touchdown, Cowboys! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big
3, but now it's 3rd and goal. The snap sets up the throw. Grab behind the line. It's Jacobs. And he strides his way into the end zone. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys. The defense trying to dig in on 3rd and goal. The screen, he can go. Touchdown, Cowboys! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Pistols keep firing as the Cowpokes have stretched out their lead.
It's been the Pokes offense to me. It's really established the running game.
Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. They're going to enjoy this one at Eskimo Joe's and all across Stillwater tonight as the Cowpokes take down the Sooners. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome everyone to the home of the Fighting Illini, Memorial Stadium in Champaign, Illinois. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Illinois Fighting Illini. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack. And they worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. He's going for the goal line, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
3rd and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease.
And 2nd down. To the air, it's Newton. He lost one down the sideline. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Bringing it back. The 20. Touchdown, Badgers. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got it! Touchdown, Wisconsin! And the punishment has been extended. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been...
And its way into the end zone for a touchback. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Utah Utes, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the USC Trojans. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. Looking to throw on 1st down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Utah! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And how about that play by this defense? Reading the running back, coming out of the backfield, breaking on the football, making the pick, and then walking himself into the end zone for a touchdown.
Makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this...
Lofts one high and deep. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing on go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Dropping back, it's Nelson. Looking for the goal line. Give him 6. Touchdown, Utes! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
On a little more before the break. On the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Utah! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
It's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll set up to throw. He's got it for the 2-point conversion. So it's a 77. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the middle. Touchdown, Utes! And they take it in for 6 more points. Shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Nice to have the doink work in your favor every now and then, off the left upright and through. That gives them now a 7-point lead here in the final period. Going in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, USC! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page and
giving up size, still got him on the turf. 3rd down play from the gun. Rushes on him. He'll throw it. And the timing just this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Headed to the end zone. They'll fire again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. Oh, they're after him. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Absolutely perfect. And with just over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big time kick late in the 4th quarter to... Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Working that left side. Looking downfield on first down. He's taking the deep shot. Intercepted. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set him up with a big play.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you got to score, you got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost him.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one, actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to the home of the Purdue Boilermakers, Ross-Ade Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a team looking for its first win, the Purdue Boilermakers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. This defense has forced a couple of third downs, but they haven't been able to get off the field. Can they force the field? And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down, all the nerves.
Gonna run it. It's Young. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little farther.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns.
There is a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the SMU Mustangs taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. A long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Touchdown Mustangs! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I love the play design here. The ball is designed to come out of the quarterback's hands quickly. He finds his big-time target for the touchdown.
Way they pick up a few. The Mustangs racing to the line in the hurry-up. He'll keep it himself. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, SMU!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
About to reach the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Jennings. Rushes on him. And he rolls into the... To the air, it's Jennings. Under fire. On the run, still looking. Touchdown, SMU! And the beatdown has ensued. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And he's in for his third rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
Looking to fire. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple weeks, especially the next week at practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle.
They punt it away on 4th down. Hauls it in at the 25. They bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. You sort of think that over the years you get immune to these types of upsets, but this one is a shocker that might go on the list of all-timers.
Dude, huge win. Like, you can't say enough about being a team with a considerable talent disadvantage. Like, you're the underdog for a reason. You go in, this is a top 10 team you're playing against. Like, everything says you shouldn't win, but Palmer, they came out and they absolutely took care of business.
Yeah, they showed up in the biggest moment. You got to give these players a ton of credit. They may not be as talented as their opponent, but this was a game and an opportunity that they took advantage.
Ranked matchups always elevate the pressure. Heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Duke Blue Devils. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
I like this offense. I like watching it, man. They find a way to make plays and spread the football around. But I tell you what, I think this QB has an eye for this guy, because that's 3 TDs now in 4 games. He wants to find him to make plays, really starting to trust that receiver out wide.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Watson. Touchdown, Duke! A great catch and run for 6.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and
they'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3. But touchdown, Blue Devils! And the pummeling has started. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the...
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little...
Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking for the score! Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Fitted in the window for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half. Get off.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Zings it complete to the right. Across the 25, he's got room. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
How about that drive they just put together to tie this football game up? That is exactly what we talked about in the half. Like, coaches circled them up. First drive, set the tone, tie this ball game up. That is great execution out of halftime.
Yeah, David, it looked like they really had a good plan, too. Obviously made some adjustments there at halftime, things that they would come out and try to attack this defense with.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
There. Looking downfield on 1st down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Bringing it back. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Penn State! With that in the lead, nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
I'm happy with their performance so far, and they'll turn it over in the waning moments. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a...
This is a matchup we've been waiting for. Conference rivals who don't like each other very much, and heightened intensity here because both teams come in ranked in the top 10. And welcome to Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. As we'll see the number 9 team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Hermstreet. Kirk, let's get right to the action. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Touchdown! He would not be denied.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
The pre-snap motion from the offense. He's got it with room to run. And he breaks loose down the left side. It's a foot race. All the way to the end zone. What a play. Touchdown, Georgia.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Line up here on 1st and goal. Back's got it again. Motors all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Tide.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that second level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Looking to throw. It's Manning. Caught near the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Alabama. Pressure is coming. He's hit just before the throw. Down 1 possession in the 4th quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on 4th down.
Oh, the quarterback and receiver just not quite on the same page. But the good news is it's 4th down and short. And trailing in this game, you've got
to the game. Sack sets up the 2nd down and very long. And the quarterback dropping back. Nowhere to go. The ball not loose. Defense picks it up on the run. And they bring him down. Great play by the defense, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the play stands. And the quarterback will take a knee. That's the kind of matchup we hope for, Kirk. This team came in higher ranked, respected. They were fully tested. They had to show how good they were to survive the upset here today.
And I really think that the coaches and the players, they love playing in these kind of games. You really are going to get tested. You find out what you're made out of. And these guys really met the challenge. I'm very, very impressed with the execution and how they played this game. And now they go to the next step.
And that is going to do it. We enjoyed being here. For Kirk Hermstreet, I'm Chris Fowler. And this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.